Awesome. So, last time on Edge of Twilight, I managed to feel a whole lot better once Luka finally came around and helped me feel better by doing some magic. Sera kind of watched over the Lollipop Guild and made potions and then tried to commune with her staff. And Seino, I think, was just exercising. When we met up, he was mildly sweaty, so, have to assume. Effie somehow managed to get herself trapped in a mirror in her room. And Moto was awful smart and managed to kind of turn into a hat and sit on not Luka's head. And somehow they drug her out of that mirror without any harm, which was good because we've got a lot of things to do. I tried to commune with my brooch, but no such luck. Not yet, anyways. Sera, once we were all feeling more rested, teleported us back to where we had left Varus and Mulu, and we found out that a bunch of those... Oh, I forget what they're called, but the black gemmed ones, the nasty ones. Oh, thank you. Onyx. Right. So they happen to know where we're located in the sanctuary, and they happen to know that Mincha's with us, because Harvaris thought it would be best to tell them, which I understand, it happens. But he did a little bit of divination and found out that nothing really important's going to happen very soon, so we think we've got time to go on a little side jaunt. I wish we wouldn't. I'd rather get straight to Folly, but I understand. There's no use in rushing off if you're just going to die, and getting stronger is always helpful. Mulu, I don't know, I think he was thinking he's strong enough already, because he looks like he's been exercising too. But anyway, we're here now. We walked through the portal, and hopefully we'll find something interesting on this episode of Edge of Twilight, Path of Hades, the side quest.
All right, let's do this.
Yay!
So, you have just stepped through the portal, and on the other side you find yourself in a study. The study is covered head to toe in ornate furnishings. You can see that there are comfortable chairs, parchment. There are motes of light lit by ever-burning torches. Their soft glow, almost frozen in time, to the magical state in which they are. Above you, an arched ceiling, complete with etchings and carvings of beautiful wood and mosaics of undeterminate nature of a culture that you don't quite recognize. Around you, beneath the rug, there is solid granite flooring, and books line the shelves. You can also see that there is a door here, and there is a stairwell leading somewhere else here. Alright, as a quick aside for the players, you can go wherever you'd like. This place is very intricate, even though it is a side quest, because, I have to make sure I do everything. So some of the maps might take a second to load, because I have to actually go find them. But don't be afraid to just go somewhere if you want to go. Don't worry about it, is what I'm saying. But, yeah, that is where you find yourselves. Let me find some proper music, and then I will unpause the game.
Sounds good.
Let me preload this music.
Did the portal disappear as we stepped through?
Yes.
Was Ayaza able to follow me through, or is he just stuck on the other side?
No summons were able to follow through with you.
Oh.
So no other creatures. Moto is a spell effect, so.
Yeah.
You guys hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I don't yet. Let me go find it. Effie's gonna look towards the group and kind of pipe up a little bit. I'm I'm wondering if it would make sense for me to scout around a little bit. Go invisible. See what might be beyond these doors.
Sera will just generally look distracted. Oh, yes, that sounds like a good idea. She'll clap. There's so many books here. I have a lot to index.
Let's make sure that we're a little quiet. I don't know what creatures are lurking beyond. I know this was supposed to be a little hard. Probably we're gonna have to fight something, but why don't I scout ahead, and Sera, you can nerd out.
She'll look at Seino and Mulu too. Can you guys keep a look? I'm gonna be really distracted. She'll scurry over here and just instantly start looking at the desk.
Yes, we'll keep an eye in this room. It seems very safe. Would appear this way, yes. If you would, I've been waiting for a time to show you this. Since we are in such close proximity, I could sense around the area to see if I sense any beings that could be seen within Valdem. You see, it will not take long.
I don't see, but I'm assuming you can. So,
Please. And I guess I will prepare myself to do a divine sense.
Okay. Oh, gonna have to zoom out just a little bit. Game, please. Okay. Alright, that looks like a good zoom. Alrighty, then. First things first, with your divine sense, you do not sense the presence of any creatures of the celestial, fiendish, undead, aberration, or any of those types of creatures.
Does he sense Sera with that?
Well, other than Sera.
A villain? I did not detect anything within the immediate vicinity. Effie, if you wish to continue, we wish you luck. You've been successful in the past, so we will look to you, yes?
Effie gives a salute and turns invisible, like Frodo with the One Ring. And this door up here.
So there are two options.
Yeah.
There's a door here, and then a stairwell that goes up here.
This door, is there any cracks? Like below the door, is it kind of like completely sealed?
You'll have to get closer to investigate that.
Okay, I go closer to investigate.
Alright, as you approach the door, there's a couple of things that you do notice. First, on each of the panels beside the door, there are runes carved into it. They glow softly with the presence of magic. There are some cracks on the bottom of the door, letting it easily open and close. They are minuscule. There is also a door knob on the door as well.
Can I do like an Arcana check on the runes?
Sure.
Great, we got the bad roll out of the way.
You do not know what they mean, nor what their purpose could be.
Okay. Did they look Taladonic in nature?
Yes.
Okay. Do they have any sort of like Taladonic writing on it that I could read?
So, it seems that they are using the same arcane lettering, but they are arranged in a completely different way that means gibberish to you. For a IRL example, the Russian language uses many of the same letters that we do, but I doubt you can read it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I am going to attempt to go into mist form and go through the cracks around this door.
Okay. As you approach the cracks, attempt to go through. Everyone else makes me a perception check, please.
Am I making a perception check on what Effie's doing? Because Sera would not be paying attention.
Okay, then.
I am almost fully loaded in, if you would kindly roll it for me.
Do I Do I sense anything special out of the ordinary except for Effie with my blind side?
No.
Okay.
Alright, Mulu, you will see that as Effie slips underneath the door, the runes on the door begin to change. And Effie comes through on the other side, and she will find herself here. Okay, 1 second.
If only we had a certain ranger who could read runes and who spent a year runing out.
Wow.
These should be loading quickly, but let me know if they're not.
Yeah, I'm in.
I'm in.
Okay. Effie, as you come through on the other side, you see a classroom of some kind. Complete into the back, you will see that there are personal study areas as well as a lectern.
Okay. And for the sake of consistency, I'm trying to keep as much of the mist form timer as possible, so she would kind of come out of mist form into invisibility, if that makes sense.
Sure.
Okay. Going forward, I guess she's gonna go to the closest book and see what what the page is saying.
As you move up to the book, you will see that it is written in a language that you do not recognize.
She raises an eyebrow and then moves this way. I'm looking for any other doors, another kind of way out of this room. So I'm gonna kind of do like a quick sweep of the perimeter.
Okay, investigation check.
Investigation.
Alright, as you start to make your way systemically across the room, looking for either another door or passage, you will, however, find that there is a window. Here.
Okay. I'll make my way over there, and I'm assuming this is kind of like a armoire type of thing.
Yeah.
And I'll try to clamber my way on top of it and take a peek-see out of the window.
Okay, as you look out the window, you will see this. It's this one, I think. Yeah, this one. Sure. Lines up with the map in my head. Okay. So that you would be right here. Oh, fuck, I forgot to grab you. Grab you real quick. Adjust the zoom. Alright. So this map will be at medium zoom. Each square is about 100 feet. You see this.
Oh. Good
That's a
golly
big building.
gee.
So this is the window that you're looking out through. So you can see this courtyard. the tops of this roof here. There's roofs over here, these roofs over here, and then you see that it kind of continues out into a forest. Make me a perception check.
Alrighty.
Okay. With keen eyes, you notice that about, you suspect, half a mile or so, the grounds of this academy or whatever it is just stop. And instead, you can see a blackened landscape. In the distance, you see many mountains dotting the horizon. And you see that in the sky there seems to be a thick black cloud that hangs just outside of that horizon. It almost looks like that the sky is overcast.
Are we in Hogwarts? I'm just kidding, it was a joke. Can I do, while looking out of this window, I don't know what the range of it, because I've honestly never done it, but I have detect magic at will.
Detect magic is approximately 60 feet, so you're not in range of anything, but there is a soft shimmer of magic within the building itself.
Got ya. Okay.
Wingardium
Leviosa. And from like here to like over here, like obviously we're in medium zoom, how much would this be in actuality?
So each of those squares is approximately 100 feet. So you are looking at... Oh no, this zoom would be 50 feet. I'm sorry. 50 feet. So it's about 100 feet from where you are down to the secondary rooftop, and approximately 100 feet across. Horizontally.
Then I am going to turn on my heels and go back into the room.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna hop, skip, and jump off of this thing over here.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to look in these closets or whatever these are for any hints or clues of where we are.
Investigation. As you open the armoire and look inside, you don't find any text or books. You do find some simple outfits. They appear to be robes etched with red threads, and there seems to be a soft gold filigree that fills the collar.
I am going to take one.
All right.
And I'm going to stuff it in my pouch.
Okay.
And then, is this like kind of
that's
altar
a lectern
type of thing?
That's a lectern. Somebody gets up there to talk and lecture and stuff.
Are there any like drawers or anything on it?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay. Then I'm gonna come look at this one.
In this, you find plain parchment, quills and inkwells.
This one?
Both of those are empty.
Okay. Then I am going to slowly make my way back.
All right.
Turn back into mist.
Hold on. As you turn around and look at the door that you had come through, you will see that the runes have changed. But you see the same rooms on each side of the doorway of the two panels.
Can I make another Arcana check now that they've changed?
Sure. You're not sure why they changed, but there is one that seems to be the same as the others. What at first you thought perhaps was to be magical protections appear to be something else entirely. Perhaps a function of the door rather than a protection of it.
I'm gonna make a mental note of that, turn back into mist, and go back under the door.
Okay, and that's where we'll stop there and go back to... Meanwhile, in the nerd area...
Oh! I'm so excited. Do me last because I'm so excited.
Okay.
I'll take up everyone's time if I go first.
Well,
Lol.
Mulu and Harvaris, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I will step away from that then. I will, Harvaris will kind of look around and look to Mulu, kind of amazed, I guess, and shocked, unsure. It's like they said, Mulu, they opened this strange circle, and now we are in a different place entirely. Do you understand this?
No, not for myself, but I would be lying if I did not say I was nervous. I do not trust this place.
It is quite strange, yes. But it is not as I expected. Very different. It is suspiciously ornate, yes?
Yes, and there's no one here, so even more so. Mulu's gonna come over here to this corner and peek under the edge of this carpet, this rug.
You can see the underside of the rug is clean.
Very strange.
Yes, it is.
Stay on,
yeah.
Stay on guard, my friend. And he will stand over here and lean against the post of these stairs.
Just like you said, I did not sense anybody not anywhere near anyway as well. Perhaps a look around, yes. You were watching over us?
I am keeping an eye. 2 eyes open, 2 ears on watch.
I will walk over to Maelie and see what Maelie's doing.
Maelie,
Yeah.
what you up to?
Well, I'm looking at this thing. It doesn't entirely look like a fireplace, but it looks like it has fancy script on the floor. What is it?
Well, that is a blueprint of some kind.
Oh.
As you take a closer look at it, it seems to represent a spell matrix. Something that you've seen spells written when in their primordial form. Basically, before a spell becomes a spell, it's broken into its many pieces and are rearranged and put back together again in order to make new spells. It would seem that whatever spell was being worked on is quite potent, at least of 6th level spell, at least a 6th level spell. The complexity of such a spell is why it takes up so much space. You can also see that on this board, there appears to be markings indicating different energy fluctuations, which you can tell because it links and syncs up directly with the formula on the ground. You get the feeling that it wasn't written on the ground, but rather that this is just a board that has fallen down.
Can I try and decipher it?
Sure thing, make me an Arcana check.
Ooh. Yay.
You want my inspiration?
No, not for this.
The spell is complex, difficult. It seems, however, to bear some level of indication of evocation.
Ooh. I like evocation spells. I will make a note of this and talk to Sera about it once she pulls her nose out of a book. But then I notice Harvaris, and I'm like, turn to say, "Oh, howdy, Harvaris."
Maybe, yes. We hope I'm not interrupting you, yes.
Nah, I couldn't really figure this one out anyway. I suppose it's kind of like when you do your tinkering. You kind of like take all the bits and pieces and you put them together and they make something different and new. Over here, you got bits and pieces of spell and magic and such, and it's not together yet. But maybe Sera could help figure it out. She's kind of preoccupied though.
Yes, what they look at here, it makes very little sense to me. But maybe it is plain to ask. Do you know where we are right now?
Kinda? What sort of explanation would you like, Harvaris?
I guess I am just confused of all of this, where we are and what this place is, but, over time, I assume, if it isn't much to explain, perhaps it will tell us, yes, you see?
Well, perhaps. So, and she'll pull out the portal ticket that she has from her own pocket just as a reference. See, I've got one of these too, right? And basically, it's like a door, but it's powered by magic from other places. So if Band is a place, there's other places out in the sky. If you look up into the sea, right, you see a bunch of other stars. There's places out there. And if you open the door, that the power from there is gonna kind of make like a portal, like when Sera teleports us everywhere, and we all just kind of go there. And each of these little cards is its own sort of place. Does that help, or did it make that more confusing for you?
It's a lot, but it's okay. I appreciate you trying to make sense of this, yes? If there's anything I can do, please let me know. It seems that they're just handing these things out to everybody, yes? It seems, yeah.
Kinda, but not really. We got ours after doing a lot of hard work for a lot of different people, right? They were kind of like the reward for a job well done.
Yes, this makes sense. Thank you so much, Maelie, for your explanation.
Sure, no problem. Hey, and Harvaris, don't let Sera get to you too much. She's just kind of jagged and rough along the edges, but I think you're doing just fine. You and Mulu are getting to know us, and we're getting to know you. So it's understandable that you haven't figured out exactly what all is going on or where y'all fit in. But I just wanted you to know, I don't hold any grudges, okay? You don't have to worry so much in battle about me.
He looks nervous. Has she gotten to me? He starts patting at his body.
Oh, turn of phrase, figure of speech.
Oh.
It means
okay.
Don't think too hard about what she's saying, because she doesn't mean it in a mean way. She just says it in a mean way because she's...
She has not been mean. She has been straightforward and very honest with me. I've assumed thus far, yes.
All right.
Yes. Yeah, very truthful person, yeah.
Glad you see it that way. And she'll just kind of walk over to where Sera is.
Okay. Anybody else want to do anything before I do that?
Unleash the nerd!
Seino would look at the other. I assume there's a other door on this side, right?
Oh, we mean to the west? Yeah. There's a western. There's not a door, but it goes off beyond your sight.
Oh, okay. So it's like a hallway.
It goes up and it curves down. Or excuse me, it goes up and then it curves to the south.
Okay. I see. Okay. Then okay, if it's not Seino would probably just keep guard here at the post basically and just stay here for now.
Okay. Alright, Sera.
Oh!
Are you ready?
I'm so excited, you guys. So when she first moved over to this desk, she would have commanded to Moto, look for a catalog. If you can't find one, we shall make one. She'll send him off to go figure out. She's looking for an index a directory of all the books that are here?
Well, first, make me an investigation check.
Okay. Hey! 17.
Okay, so there's a lot to go over in here. First, the central desk in the study, the one to the southwest, the one you're standing in front of, has several pieces of parchment on it. The writing, however, is in a language that you do not immediately recognize. Moto will come over and look at it with you.
Okay.
What would you like?
I have all sorts of goodies. Does he recognize it? Moto, are you familiar with this?
He'll shake his head.
Good. Let me go cast my first nerd spell. She will start to ritual cast comprehend languages.
Okay. As you finish the casting of the spell, you recognize the grammatical foundation that is evident in Taladonic, but there's a difference here. Something that's just quite strange about it. It does not read exactly like Taladonic, much like I described before. Many of the same letters are there, but they are arranged in different in different orderings and with other letters that you don't recognize. Comprehend language, it would seem, only allows you to read bits and pieces, which I can give to you now unless you want to cast another spell or two.
2 questions first.
Yeah.
From her time on Dragonstar and separately with her time with Valistane, does she get any sort of impression that it's similar to the Draconic magic?
It is neither Draconic nor is it Ragdarian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then let's go with the bits and pieces first. Give me the puzzle.
Okay. Here we go. Let's see. Okay. Here we go. These are the pieces that you get. While reading through the different, parchments and various letters of correspondence, and with Moto's assistance, licking the pages and trying to ascertain what their true meaning is, you're only able to get bits and pieces. Whatever language this is, it has a root in Taladonic, but the rest of it is just aberrated out to the point that you can't quite make the exact meaning clear. But this is what you're able to uncover. Were you going to ask something? Sorry.
Does it seem like shorthand?
No. It's more like a language that started as Taladonic, developed into something else.
Okay.
Yeah. So essentially, what you're looking at is something that has an etymological foundation, but it has shifted. Very similar to how our own languages have the same
diverse
letters
from Latin,
or have the same letterings, but are completely different whenever they are read. But you're able to determine the following: you believe that the dean of this place, the leader of this place, is someone known as Lord Inverness, spelled Inverness.
Oh, like Scotland. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of that, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I kind of wrote the lore of this place while listening to a breathtaking amount of Gloryhammer. So that's so Lord Inverness, and then you will see that there are references to something called the focal points of mana. It's unclear if that is a specific place or if those are denotations of measurements. What is clear is that they are constantly referenced. So it's possible it could be either. You can also see that there is a chart which you're able to find the word for ley line, which is not that different from the actual word for it in Taladani, and therefore you would find a listed series of leylenic projections. It's unclear if those projections are of the place that this building rests upon, or if it is other places, but there are certainly a chart depicting them. You will also see something that is referenced to the Holy Flame. It's unclear if that is a religion or if it's some kind of just some kind of nickname given to a project. It is referenced as if it is an organization, with the use of we's and they's and things like that. You will find a series of lab reports, which are actually easier to read than the rest of the text, because much of it is in the base arcane Taladani, which is just math and numbers, so it's clearer and easier to read. They appear to be lab reports. The indicative research is into something called the Astral Railway, which is the code name of the project that these lab reports are focused upon. There are correspondences referencing this Astral Railway, and it reveals to you the patron and their name, for their name is in Taladonic. The name is Chorus.
Please spell that. Oh, it's been found. Okay. Is that the name of the patron for the project?
Yes.
Okay. Patron of the project for the Astral Railway.
And you suspect that is funding this building from the way that it's been referenced.
The whole building? Like the whole lab?
If not the entirety of it, a substantial amount of it that Lord Inverness references them to a high degree of respect.
Okay.
Now, I have a special role for you. Do you know who Chorus is? Or inspiration. If you can tell me who Chorus is, I'll give you inspiration.
No, I don't know who that is.
Okay. Make me a base intelligence roll.
Okay. 15.
Okay. A 15. Chorus is one of the Council of Maltos, which Valis Dane had spoken of a few times in front of you, and something that your revelation echoes of the knowledge of. The Council of Maltos was comprised of Zarkel the Eternal, Tyr the Heretic, Malintharius the Vindicated, Deizaki the Kind, Chorus the Call, Asmodin the Callous, and Taladon the Master. And I will
Asmodin, he was the leader of the people who had the demonic mark, right?
Correct.
Like the leader of her sect?
Yes.
Okay.
And I will... Do you need those names? I can put them out there for you.
I horribly spelled them in my Google Doc.
Okay, let me...
Yeah, the spelling, I'll correct it.
There you go.
Thank you. Anything else just laying on the desk?
That is what you're able to find on the desk and in the surrounding parchments.
Okay. Yeah, she would have started pulling open. Where's the actual chair? Like, where would one sit at this desk?
There.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. These are the chairs?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she would go around she'd do a whole circle, pulling out things.
Yeah. That was presumed you were doing that, so.
Okay. Okay. I would think at this point Maelie's over here, so she'd look up and look around. Oh, Maelie.
Howdy.
Look, there's she'll wave around a lab report. Full human form. She's got pupils and everything, no sharp teeth. There's lab reports. There's a reference to something that reminded me of you. Astral Railway? She'll hand it over.
Cool. That sounds fun. I found something of my own, kind of, sort of. Couldn't decipher it, though, but over there on that wall, there's some sort of spell matrix for potentially an evocation spell. It's not complete, but it's got charts.
Oh, let's
and
go
all
look.
sorts of, yeah.
She'll
fun
scurry
stuff.
over on tentacles.
Maelie will
You're down
try
at
and
it.
peruse the lab report that Sera gave her.
All right. Two different things. First, Maelie, make me an Arcana check at advantage because it's astral based. Okay, so you start to recognize some of the same arcane sigils that you use almost every time that you cast Starlight Missiles. Specifically, the Taladonic word and representation of the casting of that spell is reciprocation, which essentially is the thing that makes your magic missile split. But it seems that this particular project is focusing upon the act of astral reciprocation, the cyclical nature in which magic can produce an infinite net amount of energy. Difficult to achieve, and even more difficult to maintain, but it seems that they've made significant progress. In addition, as you approach this spell, Sera, you may make me an Arcana check.
Okay. Do I have advantage from Moto?
Yes.
From my bud? Oof! It's a 12!
That's a tough spell.
Unfortunate.
Would you like my inspiration?
I would love your inspiration.
Yeah, you may take it.
Is it a single reroll, or is that also at advantage?
Inspiration's just one roll.
One reroll. Okay, so one normal. A 16? 8?
Okay.
Maybe?
So with a 16, you're able to determine the following.
Yay!
It seems that this spell is native to whatever this place is, as it constantly references the local ley line, which you recognize from the leylenic projections that you saw earlier. And it appears to be a spell that uses superheated wind.
Oh. You'll share all this out loud with Maelie. It seems to use an incredible amount of wind power. And I think it's tied to the ley lines here.
So, the Bandian ones? Or are there, like, specific ley lines for this place?
I'm not quite sure yet. It was just a report on projections of the ley lines. My assumption is it's for wherever this... She'll gesture around them, wherever we are right now.
Well,
Perhaps it's related to this railway.
Maybe so. I found a couple of sigils that I recognized. Like
We'll hop down and approach. Did you say wind?
Yes.
Yeah.
This spell, she'll point at... It's on the ground? Is it on the ground or like a chalkboard?
It's on the ground. As Mulu approaches, the sigils on the board will start to light up.
Ooh, do I recognize them?
You do not recognize them, but... Okay, you don't recognize the words,
Yeah.
but you feel the wind start to flow around you.
Sera's gonna give him the eye for that one. Since that one's, Why does it seem to...
This is reminiscent of a storm.
She's guessing that he's, has some innate storms within him.
As you kind of give Mulu the eye. So, every person, unless they're a blank or some other shit is happening, has a little bit of mana within them. In fact, it's a common misconception that those that can't cast magic do not have magic. That's actually not true. Many of them actually do, which is the actual energy source that not only fuels their ability to recharge magic items that they use, but also allows them to resist magic, which is what saving throws are represented by, and other such innate magic and internal manifestations. It would seem that Mulu is no different. Mulu's heritage of being from Storvex has somehow awakened the magic within this spell. Now, the spell is incomplete, so it's not doing anything. It is simply warming as he is standing there.
She'll frame it as a question instead of a statement to Mulu. Wind. Is that something... a part of your being?
It is... you might say the primal part of a storm, yes? on my world, we worship the storms. They are where we get our power.
She will scribble that down in her open notebook. Fascinating. She says it more to herself than anything.
Yes, the...
She puts a note, hyphen next to Mulu. Could be a source for spells. Puts her hand to shield that note. So this, well, my guess was that it would be used to power this railway. But I wonder if it's requiring an incredible amount of wind power.
Going to the bathroom, I can hear you.
Okay.
Where would that come from around here?
I imagine outside. That's where most storms happen.
Yes. Perhaps something contained. We'll keep an eye out.
No, this little log that you gave me here, this sheet, with reciprocation, they're looking for a way to produce infinite energy. That might be something I'm interested in. You know, I tried to commune with my brooch, and it seems to be currently unpowered and needs recharge. So if there were a way to like power it infinitely, although it could also be just power the railway so people can, I don't know, travel the astral sea. But something to keep an eye out too.
If this has anything to do with storms, that is certainly a potentially immense power supply. If that is what you are looking for, more power to you.
The project here, Maelie, it's for Astro, so I'm sure we'll find something else related to it. There must be.
She smiles. I'm actually kind of excited to be here now.
Me too.
Me too.
She'll, but I'm not done yet in this room. I want to look at what's on the shelves. She'll continue her scurrying behavior and rush off to this bookshelf next.
Alright, you take that side, I'll take the other.
Mulu's shoulders will loosen a little bit, but then he'll continue his pacing around and finding the highest point to perch from and observe and
like
watch.
Like a cat.
Like a cat.
Some big cat behavior right here. Alright, Luka, you haven't said anything this whole time. What are you up to?
He's hovering, looking at the bookshelves, perusing, seeing what he can find.
Okay. You find that there are plenty of books, but they are all written in the same language that you do not understand.
Ooh, maybe they have some pictures, and he just starts to grab a few.
Okay, you start randomly opening books looking for pictures.
Yeah. Can't read it, so might as well look at
some pictures. Maybe one of the books has a picture of a mortal, a human's body dissected onto the page.
Oh, how did they do this? And he starts looking at it, like examining how the skin is like strapped to the pages.
Oh, you definitely think you found some sort of medical book.
Well, maybe they have some borrowing system.
You looking for a... I need
What's a library card?
I have a library card!
Starts looking to see if there's a catalog or something he could sign this book out.
Okay. And then at this point... Effie returns.
That room over there, a little bit of a bust. It just is a classroom. There's a handful of books in there, but nothing super to write home about. There's some ruins on this door. Seems like maybe it's counting to see how many people are in the room, or that there's somebody occupying the room. There's no other doors that way, just a window that is showing that this is a very small part of a very large complex. I think in order for us to come meet our objective, we might need to hurry a little bit. But let me scout, and she kind of points over in this direction. Let me scout that way first, and then I'll report back.
Effie, do you want someone to come with?
Can you go invisible?
No.
Effie then shrugs.
Mulu's
Fair enough.
very quiet boy.
When I want to be, but at the same time, if you are looking for stealth, then you should probably go on your own. I am nervous about us splitting up. I think this place is full of dangers and a connection to things well beyond our power.
She
I
also
think
has
so,
enough
too.
Information.
I'm
But-
sorry. All I could think of was Harvaris saying, Mulu has mastered the skill of standing so still, he disappears from sight. Like, that's all I could think of.
Slowly eats a corn chip, yeah.
But if you guys wouldn't mind, I'm curious about one thing. And Effie kind of gets down on her butt and crisscross applesauces. And out loud, she is going to say, "Dear Wandox, I miss you. The Wanderer, the Seeker, the Lord of Secrets. As one of your favorite little changelings named Effie, I'm curious if you can tell me a little bit about maybe where we are in this giant sector. Amen. XOXO."
All right, faith check.
That,
20 plus 4.
Okay, cool.
Just gotta believe.
I thought it was plus level.
It's plus 4.
Okay.
Nice.
As you pray to Wandox, seeking his aid, the response is, oh god, hold on, I have to speak as Wandox. Thou art... Okay, here we go. Thou art in a place of smoke and fire and ash, where faith is focused upon a single flame, and all else is forsaken. The exception to this paradigm is through the halls that you specifically walk. That's it.
Effie, was that out loud or just to Effie?
That's to you.
Okay. Effie's going to share that with the group. Well, might not be an exact answer. I would expect nothing less than this from the Riddler, but gives us something to work on, to work off of. And she stands up and does the white dad thing where she's like slaps her knees. All right, I'm gonna head that way. And
Good luck.
She kind of passes by Seino and puts a hand on his shoulder. Keep an eye on these nerds, will ya?
Sure do.
And Effie goes invisible and then goes this way.
Okay, as you round the corner, eventually you come into yet another office.
Is it Dunder Mifflin?
Kinda.
Let me know when you're loaded.
I'm loaded.
Okay.
Loaded.
What you see before you is an office that's covered in a small thin layer of dust and ash. The nearby window has been broken open. You can see that the ash has kind of flown in, and there are several pieces of parchment. There are maps here, a trove of undiscovered knowledge. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna do the same thing as I did in the other room and try and look for another way out, like a door, a hatch, anything other than jumping 100 foot down.
Okay, investigation check.
Perfect.
You enter the room to look. Other than the window, you don't find another path.
I do want to walk to this window and just see if this drop is better than the other one.
One moment, please.
I'm ultimately just trying to figure out where we're supposed to go from here.
Alright, and you see this.
Yep. Yeah, that seems
all right.
better.
Yeah, that does not seem better to me. Do I see anything else, or can I do a perception check from this angle to see if I see anything else versus the other window?
Sure.
I can show you the world.
From this
check.
From this higher perspective, you can see even further down through the horizon that you saw earlier. You can see that the mountains dot the horizon as I described before, but you also see flashes of bright light in the distance coming off the tops of them.
Effie makes note of that and that this is a worse window and turns around to go back and investigate.
Okay. Go right ahead.
I would like to come look at these maps.
As you approach the maps, do you have survival? Let's see. You do not. You may roll it, though.
Okay, survival. This is the first time I've rolled in survival in this campaign.
Looks like it.
Okay. Unfortunately, the maps seem to be of a continent, but you don't recognize it.
Okay. Effie's going to roll up the maps and tuck them under her arm.
Okay.
And then she's gonna rummage through this thing.
Investigation. Okay, inside of here, you see a series of small cylindrical black sticks. They get thinner at one end and are thicker at the other. You almost think that they look like wands, but there is one distinct difference. At the thinner tip, there seems to be a metallic protrusion. It almost looks like a quill's head, but it's separated at the end into a sort of a reverse triangle. And in the middle of that triangle, there appears to be a smaller piece of metal.
Do these seem like arcane to me, or can I run an Arcana check?
Yeah, go ahead. They're definitely arcane. They look to be implements.
And how big are these?
They're the size of wands.
Okay. I'm gonna pocket a couple of those.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna come see what's on this table.
On this table, you can see a bunch of schematics, blueprints, and drawings. They appear to be of something that you've seen before. A set of rails and a large tram, which is something that you recognize from your adventure in Arcana Chorus, but you can also see that there's something else referenced. You're unable to read what it says, but there are drawings of smaller drawings that seem to be attached through a thin clip of metal together.
I undo the clippy and look through the smaller ones.
Okay, so you unattach them and look through the smaller ones, and you will see that these appear to be rocks. Rocks and stones with different abbreviations of numbers and references, no doubt, written in the language that you don't understand.
She nods, and at this point realizes she's a little bit out of her league, and decides to look through this chest over here.
Okay.
Investigation check.
Yep. Right, as you open this chest, inside here you can see a set of gray robes that have a silver filigree on the collar.
I take the silver robe and stuff it in with the one with the gold filigree.
Okay.
And I leave. I need your help. Somebody. Somebody smart.
Analyzing the bookshelves, reading titles.
So what have you discovered, Effie?
Well, first of all, she kind of like looks at not Luka.
Oh, he's still rummaging around for the card to check out a book.
Effie, Rose, she tears off a leaf of this plant and throws it at Luka, and knowing that it's not aerodynamic, it kind of just plops over here.
How did that leaf get there?
Me! It was me, Luka!
Oh, yes.
I need your help with this. And she walks forward, unfurls the maps from under her sweaty pit, and shows them to Luka.
Why are they wet? He unfurls, them. What can I see?
Roll me a
They're
survival
some sort
check.
of continent, but I don't know.
Let me see. Survival. I'm just hovering over it 6 times. What does the 12 tell me?
Well, 12 tells you this much. The terrain of this continent, represented in this map, is heavily mountainous. It's also marked with plumes of smoke, which means these are probably volcanoes.
Well, geographically, it seems like we are in a place quite mountainous, likely secluded, far off somewhere. But that's all I can tell.
Well, that doesn't really do us any good.
And he passes them back to her.
She puts them back under her pits. Sera.
Totally engrossed in her books. Ooh!
Never mind.
Ooh! Has she found
guys...
anything interesting at this point, Arcadum?
Hold on, I'll get to you in a second.
Okay.
Does, well, I could use some extra set of hands for the people that aren't busy. Come look at this room with me.
Will do.
Okay.
Seino, before he leaves the room, would take out he would take out his like scythe and kind of marks like this like post, basically the beginning post.
Yeah.
Just like just to mark it like as like we've been here basically.
Yeah, I get
Just
you.
out of and then he would follow. I could also take a look at the map. I've seen quite the amount of maps in my time.
If you have Seino, I will stay behind and watch over these.
Nerds.
You got this,
Call them
Mulu.
nerds.
Say it, Mulu, say it. Go ahead.
Yes, nerds. Distracted ones, yes.
Would anybody else like to come to the room?
I'll be by in a minute once I'm done checking these bookcases in here.
If you need the help, I could help you, Effie. Yes. If you believe the extra hands are needed.
I would like the extra hands, if you're not too terribly busy.
It appears we have time. The books can wait. I will assist you and the boulder, yes?
What about you, not Luka? There might be a library card over here.
The catalog? He scurries
Yes.
over. Or not even scurries, he floats over.
Ugh.
He smiles at Harvaris.
That +8 coming from?
Start sweating.
Okay, so you guys go into the room with Effie. And
Yeah.
meanwhile, back over here in the nerd area.
Yes!
Okay. Sera and Maelie, as you search through the books together, make me investigation checks, please.
We would also, let me see, I don't think it's concentration for comprehend. It's not. She would also at some point have ritual summoned her unseen servant and set him, or it, all about looking for, was it Cronus?
Chorus.
Chorus. I always think of, okay, Chorus. And sent him out specifically with a missive to find anything that references Chorus and to pile it all up right here.
Okay.
And then investigation, you said.
Yep.
Okay. 8.
8. But Maelie, taking a page from Sera's book, sees her cast these spells and decides to also ritual cast her unseen servant and comprehend languages as well.
Okay. In that case, Sera's unseen servant, which looks to be like a thrall, a hunchback, starts
Oh,
moving
you couldn't have
around.
made it cute.
Nope.
Why don't I get it cute?
Is moving
Aw.
around, putting up books, whereas Maelie's is a tiny bunny with a hat
Oh, his name is Zeb.
and starts putting the books on the shelves.
Oh, no, Zeb, try looking for things that are like astral related, you know? Like stars and spells.
I feel discriminated against as a fiend.
Yeah? Yeah, you feel discriminated? You evil monster? I feel discriminated against. Yeah. Good.
Rude.
Anyway, as you start to look through all the different books together, there's a couple of things that you uncover. An 8 isn't great, so there's not going to be a lot of information here, but many of the titles of the books reveal to you that this is definitely an academy. They have entire sectionals on different forms of casting. Many of it you and Maelie have already mastered, such as cantrips and the application of the different schools, the shield spell, and you know, stuff like that. There are more advanced texts, however, which seem to go into magical theory, apothetic explorations of the arcane, and even shared peer review of other scientific documents referencing different forms of magic. It's all... it's a pretty massive library, so there's a lot here.
Good.
So skimming the titles will reveal to you that if given enough time here, you could certainly explore at least this culture's outlook on magic. But it is difficult to make a lot of sense of it, for all of the books are written in the language which you presume at this point to be the local language. As as for chorus, which is what you set your unseen servant to do, one tome is found that references chorus. And to the astral, 2 tomes are found that reference astral energy. And they are as follows. The chorus one is a primer from Maltos, a list of laws, expectations, and obligations of wizards in the employ to the Taladani. You recognize it because you've seen a similar book in Valis Dane's traveling library that he has, the few books that he actually had with him. Although
he has a traveling library?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's a wizard. Like, what?
Can we have traveling do you just mean books that they carry around? What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
I want a traveling library. I'm so jealous.
Well, books on his person is his library that he travels with him.
Oh.
But yes, he also has secret chests.
An interdimensional space full of books.
He's got a secret chest.
Give me that!
Anyway, hey, I'm not going to call him. He's a wizard. He's very advanced, all right? He's very cool. He's very good at naming fortresses. Anyway, the point is, you've seen a book like this before, but although his was full of, like, annotations and corrections and...
Why Taladani sucks.
You know, rebel shit. But but that primer is translated for this place, and it seems to be referencing chorus quite a bit. With it, you may be able to unlock more of the language.
Let's fucking go.
By using it as a reference guide to the Taladani tome, to the Taladani tomes that you've read before.
Yay!
To Maelie, the 2 astral tomes that you find, one is specifically to the currents of astral energy that move through the astral sea. The bits and pieces that you're able to make out reference the dream, the trends of dreams, and how the astral currents are controlled by them. The secondary tome appears to be a completely theoretical piece by Lord Inverness, which references the beginnings of the project of the Astral Rail. So this is probably where that research began. And that is what you're able to uncover during your nerd time.
Cool. I take any relevant notes, and then I move up the stairs to the 2nd floor.
There's 2 things that I wanted to do with that. I have so many spells that I got for the Ardent Amphitheater I never got to use. I have another ritual, and I specifically wanted my floating disc for the pure purpose of carrying around 500 pounds of books.
Alright, start stacking them.
So she'll put that here, and then all of these books that they're pulling out, Maelie's too, she'll make a little organized piles on her floating disc.
Alright, your unseen thrall servant will start doing that. Yes!
She just ignores him, gives 0 words of encouragement. With her, how can I track using the primer? Because she'd immediately start trying to crack the language.
That's something that's going to take days.
Days? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any paper with me. Is that something you can track for me, Arcadum? Like the percentage per day that goes by?
Yeah, I got it. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you. She'd move on then to references to... Let's focus on ice. On spells related to ice.
Okay, and are you searching for anything else, Maelie?
I'm keeping the general theme to astral, but I might also try looking for power sources as well.
Power sources, okay. That works for me. Alright, so that's what you guys are doing, and Mulu, you're keeping guard, yes?
I'm keeping an eye, yes.
Alright.
Are these special things?
Are what special things? Oh,
my cursors?
No, that's like map stuff. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all for the vibe. I'm pretty sure these maps were generated by AI. You can tell because they look kind of weird, but I still think they look nice.
They look nice, yeah.
Oh, no, sorry. I was primarily asking, like, is that a map that Sera should go do a map check on?
I think that's a book that got stretched by the AI. Look at this thing. Don't look at it, please. Anyway,
I'm not looking.
I'm zooming. I'm enhancing. Oh.
all right. And the four of you re-enter the Ashen office.
So there were some schematics over there on the table and some weird things in some of these drawers. I could use your guys' help to just quickly try and see if there's anything of utilitarian value. And she winks towards Seino.
He, from the outside, doesn't react. Inside, dies. He would ask, do you still have the maps on you? Could I take a look?
Yeah, yes. Effie takes them back out from under her pit. It's even more sweat-stained than when she gave it to Luka, and she walks over with Seino over here and unfurls them onto the chest.
Seino is secretly glad he didn't have to touch the map. Survival? Arcadum?
Yeah.
Good roll, good roll.
All right, Seino, as you start to look over the continent, you don't know what continent this is from, but it seems pretty intricate and representative of a continent with heavy volcanic activity. As you look around and see the ash in this room from the open window, perhaps it is a place representative of that. But what you do know for certain, after flying a short distance over the planet and having walked around on it, you do not think that this place on the map represents Band. Which means that if this place on the map represents where you are, that would mean that you are not on Band.
One thing is for sure, at least that's what I'm noticing here. At least from the geographics and the environment that I see on this map, I don't think that we're anywhere near Band. I think we're on a total different planet.
I agree, Seino. This doesn't look like Calcatesh at all to you, does it?
I wouldn't say so, no.
Me neither.
This might be a planet we haven't even passed at the moment. Maybe in a totally different plane. We don't know.
Thanks, Seino, the boulder.
It is quite odd how much ash is in this room. It seems high volcanic activity at the moment, or at least there was.
When I looked out that window over there, and she points completely square across the room where Harvaris is standing, there was some lights on the mountains in the distance.
That might indicate what I
And
have acquired on the map.
Following that, Harvaris, as you look outside the window, make me a perception check.
Okay.
I love these medium zoom maps. Look at him, he's at the window. Yeah. Isn't it awesome?
I'm mind blown.
They give a good world building view.
You don't see anything else other than what I've already described to Effie, but you can react to it.
The only thing I'm curious about, you said the window was broken, right?
This window was, yes.
Is there glass on the inside indicating that which way it broke?
Yes.
Or is it more likely which way?
It broke inward, as in something hit the window from outside.
I see.
You can also tell by the way that the glass is shattered. Actually, do you have investigation? I can roll that.
I don't have it.
You can roll it though.
Sure, I'll roll it.
Yeah, you can roll. This isn't Corvanus, so you can roll it.
Sure.
All right. You can tell by the way that the glass has been shattered outward that the object was pretty heavy and had a large flat surface, perhaps a stone of some kind.
Do I see anything that can match the description in the room?
You do not.
That's strange. Okay.
Hmm.
Kind of point that out. Effie, you were in this room before, yes? Did you see any? I kind of hold up my hands, like small, maybe an object that could have broken this window that fell through.
No, but I found these, and she pulls out the weird-looking wand thing from her pouch.
Huh. What is that?
I don't know. And she kind of gestures towards not Luka. Not Luka. There, it's in that chest thing, dresser thing in front of you.
Oh, really? And he just starts going through them, looking for these wand things, as mentioned.
And you find them.
Just gonna Arcana check them, or at least attempt to.
Go ahead.
There it is. What does a 10 give me?
Not a lot. They appear to be casting implements, or something like them. But their true purpose eludes you.
I have no idea what these do. But they could be used for casting.
Can you pick one up?
Oh, yes. And he just grabs it.
Does it feel weird to you?
He turns it over in his hand. It looks like a stylish pen.
Can you write with it?
He turns over and looks at these papers.
Also, while Luka's back is turned, Effie comes and gets a piece of scratch paper, and with her own quill writes a forgery of a checkout system for the books.
Okay.
And then comes back this way like she never did that.
Okay. Luka, as you try to write with the object, when you press it down in order to write it with the tip, you will hear a clicking sound inside of it.
Oh. I did something. Maybe. And he brings it up to his ear. It starts pressing at the tip of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're pressing your finger against the tip of it while holding it up to your ear.
Yeah.
Okay. As you press down, eventually it will lock into place. And some weird stuff starts to happen. You can feel a warmth emanating out from the strange wand in the hand that you're holding it up to your ear with. You can feel energy coalescing within it. It's unclear exactly what it is. And you also feel that something is holding it back.
I feel a weird sense of energy from this. And then he activates his mask to look at this object, to see if it looks any different.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Well, as you activate the mask and look at the object, you don't really see anything that the mask reveals, but you see something else. You see figures in the ash on the floor, screaming faces, silently, gasping for air in their despair. Hundreds of them on the floor.
Oh no. He just
What's
looks
wrong with
around.
the thing? What's wrong with the thing, Luka?
Are you not aware of these beings that are silently screaming in the room?
Nope.
Oh?
Seino turns around on that.
He points down at the ash. I'm seeing many people. Oh, I don't know. But they're screaming in anguish, it seems. And he kind of focuses on some of them, seeing if some of them are kind of close to him or not. Are they writhing on the ground?
No. They're not moving. It's like
they're not moving.
It's like they're frozen in place.
Oh, okay.
Almost. How would I describe this? So you know a chalk outline when somebody's died? Kind of
Yeah.
like that.
Oh, okay.
So it's like that and less like Pompeii.
Okay. Because that's what I was kind of like. Is it like Pompeii? 'Cause- okay.
Are you okay?
He silently just traces a finger in one area.
Are you playing with their ashes?
No. But was someone there. And it seems like they are frozen.
Maybe we should sweep up all of this, and she points to the ash into one pile and put it in a decorative urn, like this.
I don't believe that's going to be a good idea. I don't know what that will do.
If you say that they're screaming, and do they seem like they're dying?
Well, the more that I look at this, is it the ash in the room? Are they in separate piles, or is this kind of like whenever you open a room that hasn't been used for a very long time, everything is dusted? Are they kind of grouped together?
Say again?
So, the ash in the room,
Yeah.
does it make a form like a pile separate of each area? Kind of like what you mentioned before.
No. It's just a thin layer. It's pretty evenly spread.
Thin.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
a thin
okay,
layer.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember what your sight actually reveals, so that's what you're seeing.
Okay.
Perhaps I could try and sense again. Maybe this place is different. It'll take a second, and his eyes will glow. Oh, well then, give me your balls, give me your eyeballs, let me see as you would see.
Effie nods in approval.
There's a noxious odor nearby. I'm not sure what this is. There's someone's
Effie
bandages.
shies away and holds her pits tighter to her arm.
That's better. Do I sense anything with the divine sense?
Negative.
Cool. I do not see anything, but perhaps you see what the others do not. Not Luka, yes?
It just keeps staring at these bodies. Or not visible bodies.
Aren't you a cleric?
Yes.
Can't you do some sort of like mumbo jumbo to put them at ease or something? I don't know.
Yeah, speak to your angel, yes?
I don't have an angel, but I believe what this is.
What?
Gestures around. I don't believe I have anything that would help this. And he just looks around at the window. Maybe something happened.
Effie comes and holds hands with Luka, like they're gonna like swing each other around, like both hands extended out.
This is the first time you grabbed me.
You, dear own.
No, we're not doing this. Nope.
This is Effie. And she's grasping onto Luka tightly.
He's gonna try to get out of your.
All right, make an athletics check. Okay, and,
Hold on.
Why does he roll so good on athletics with the?
Oh, did you say gods? Fuck that!
God-related rocks, so that's why.
Dear own, if you can find these,
what is over here?
Souls gracefully taken back to the dream realm, that would be great. XOXO, Effie. P.S. I miss you.
Okay.
That's it.
Would you guys like to do anything else?
No, go ahead.
Okay. Seino would perk up. Well, if my conclusion doesn't fade me, I believe since this is ash that we're talking about in here, and according to the maps and the look out the window, it seems that it is a high volcanic area all around. I would assume at least what happens is that something smashed this window, and then the probably volcanic eruption, at least that's what I'm assuming, and all the ash basically like got inside, which it previously did not, and then all the people inside were kind of left to their fate. Because with ash is not something to laugh at when it hits you like a wave, like it is here. I mean, look at how much there is.
I would presume that is what happened. And he scribbles the name, well, tries to copy the name of the book on this ledger.
What did you find over here, not Luka?
The ledger! He just put the book under his elbow. Or like his armpit, sorry.
Okay.
Is there anything else on this table?
Nothing that you haven't already looked at.
Oh, okay.
I have...
Yeah, it's all the tram
stuff. This seems to be doing something, and he hands it to Effie. The wand that he was messing with.
Effie takes it in her hands and looks at it.
All right. When you pass it over, whatever it was doing seems to have stopped.
There's nothing different about this, Luka.
Oh, what do you mean? It was just emitting magic a second ago. Hold on.
What did you do?
Oh, I did this, and he repeated his past action by pressing into it.
It starts back up again.
See?
Okay, give it to me.
Gives it to her.
It stops doing it.
She repeats the actions that Luka just did.
It starts to do the same thing it did in Luka's hands, although it seems to be far less warmth.
It's kind of warm.
Yes, it was keeping my hands nice and cozy.
Can I do another Arcana check on it now that it's like vibrating with warmth?
Sure. Its purpose continues to elude you.
She hands it back to Luka. We'll figure this out maybe eventually. Anything else? Thanks you guys for helping me. Should we go back to the others?
I have two questions. First, if I look outside and then basically upwards, is there like I mean, I would probably see the same thing that every other person saw. But it is a tower, right? So, yeah, okay. So if I look upwards, I would basically like see this kind. Yeah, okay. And if I am in the room and I look upwards, is there like a floorboard, or do I see into like basically the peak?
There's a ceiling, which means there's more above you.
Okay, but there's no way to get above, right? That I assume the room inside is the same basically outline that I kind of assume from outside.
Yep.
Huh. There seems to be something. At least there's a room upstairs, but I don't see any way to get up there. At least not from here. And this is all the tower is at the moment. I mean, I don't know if I should like break something in here. That doesn't seem like something smart. I mean, I already marked something, but
Sounds like something the bowler would do.
So, hey, Seino.
Question is, how do I get up there? I don't really want to use my harness just yet.
Hey,
Yes.
Hey, Seino. If you want to try and figure this out, I can just put you on my shoulder. I can fly up and you can hack at the floor above us.
That could work. Let's do it maybe not in the middle. Maybe let's go over here. At the middle. Yeah.
Effie does the white girl thing at concerts where she gets on her boyfriend's shoulders, but it's the reverse with Seino. And then she flies straight up to the ceiling, I guess, floor ceiling.
All right.
Seino would use his scythe and basically try to, first just poke upwards and then kind of peek inside. If he even can breach through the floor.
So, you're trying to destroy the floor to look through.
Yes.
Okay. Are you sure you want to do that?
Terrible idea. Why would you even want to do that?
Let me explain the problem with your plan, right? Maybe something you didn't think of.
There's structural integrity to be held.
Well, you're destroying the floor that is above you. What happens when you succeed?
There's a little hole in the floor.
It could crumble.
Where do things go when they fall, when they are above you?
Down.
Yes. Are there any things
and
that
those
hold
things
the floor up?
That go down would do what if you are below them?
They fall on top
Crush
of
you, but
Yeah,
we're only
yeah,
making
so
a little hole.
That's not how this works. What? No, he can't. It's not a knife. It's not a knife through butter. That's not how it works. He has to destroy it. What?
Yeah, I would need to hack at it. So I can't just sing and then rotate it once and then have a little peek hole. That's not how it works. Yeah.
Yeah. So would you like to not possibly kill yourselves and do something else? Okay.
I mean, that's a fair assumption.
Hey, good job.
that is something I have not considered.
God, I haven't heard that idea. I haven't, man. Dude, it's been a long time since I had something like that. This reminds me of when Basilius screamed at the mountain to make an avalanche happen that he was standing at the bottom of.
It reminds me of when they put explosive fuel and radiation and it blew up the entire spire.
Oh, well, I wonder where they're heading.
Wait, is this a good idea?
Guys, the wizards aren't here. It's time.
I'm gonna look over to Effie and perhaps if you can fly, as you say, would not take Seino outside the window. Maybe there is another window you can peer through. Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, that would have been my yeah. That is probably the better idea. I feel like if
why not do that?
I feel there was a sudden surge of insight that I gained through normal means. By all means.
Please don't fucking
that if I may stab this, it might crumble. So let's go outside.
You want to go outside?
Oh man.
Yes.
Consider that your Snurf Neblin background.
Okay. Are you sure you don't want to hack at this floor?
Well, I don't think I want to do that. No.
Okay, let's go then.
I'm not totally against it.
I'm not completely against it.
I don't know. I just got this sudden surge of insight. I feel like it's I don't know. It's instinct.
Must have been Wandog.
Yeah. Maybe Owen and Woad gave me a sign.
Yeah, it was Owen from the prayer.
Yeah.
Ooh, gravity!
Whimsy! Gravity!
You can't
Effie.
say that when I drink water. God fucking damn it. I almost died.
I heard you almost die.
Oh my god.
Remember, when you go to Bedrock, don't dig up in Minecraft.
Oh my god, I freaking that water just hit my lungs and like freaking.
All right.
Ooh. Okay. Smurf Neblin.
Making my
Would you
way
like me-
outside.
Would you like me to stay at the window for you, Effie, or should I inform the others of our plan?
I thought you wanted to catch me, but yeah.
Stay at the window.
Nodding. I'm nodding. I'm bandying. I'm nodding.
Yes, sorry. I basically live.
Yes, nothing here will shatter my reality. This is true. All right, you go. I watch you. Yes.
I wonder if I
Effie,
stab
Seino
that roof.
adventure, fly.
Okay. You fly up towards the spire,
Okay.
and you see a spire.
I would suggest if we fly around, is there any window?
Not at the spire. I mean, there's other windows all over the place in this building, but not in the spire. No.
Okay, because this looked kind of like a window. But
No,
yeah,
it's
okay.
not a window.
Okay.
Should we hack at the side of this?
Well, you see, there's gravity. I heard that from.
Yes, but now the gravity goes inwards and not downwards, kind of.
But yeah, if the roof crumbles, I don't think the floor helps that much. This is trickier than I thought. But I mean, would there be anything anyway? You know what? Fuck it. I tried to hack at the side.
At
To
the
poke a
side.
hole.
At the side of what?
Basically like here.
What is
kind
this
of.
weird destruction mission you guys are on?
So you
I
fly
want
up
to
here.
see what's in there.
Why don't we just go up the normal way?
Right?
There's
why
no normal way.
There is no
Have
normal
we
way.
looked?
Yes.
Yes,
I
I
have
have.
No!
zero thorough
Wait, this building-
investigations of trying to find other ways. to
Two
get
This
rooms.
building clearly has clay tiles. That's the easiest way to get into the roof, is by
I
removing
I
stuff.
want to see where this leads
Yeah.
to. I don't know. What
Yeah. I'm into it.
I do not.
Carry
But I'm
on.
here
Well,
for the ride.
Well, you're busy being a nerd, so too bad.
You guys are
Yep.
gonna make the librarian angry because you're destroying his property, and he's gonna come fight you.
I already stabbed his
That's
freaking
funny.
sidebar of his staircase. Okay, if he hates me, he hates me
Man,
already.
It's time for property damage.
Great!
I already did
Rare
that.
Taladani library and archive? Guys, let's go look at the lore. No, let's go destroy it.
Let's start opening ceiling
There
tiles.
might, if there's secret lore in this tower, I want you to apologize.
If there's
Right.
secret lore in this tower, I will apologize. If there's not secret lore in this tower, you will apologize to me.
No, I won't because I'm right.
Oh,
That's
oh.
that's not.
I don't think that's how it works, Rainzz.
That's not. Oh
You know,
God.
What I want to know is, like, if the runes on the door are, like, to activate it to open a different door in the rest
You mean
of the complex.
teleportation to the other rooms? Oh
Yeah,
my
it's-
god, should we ask the wizards that? No.
No,
Let-
no.
let's
Let's
not
just
do that.
destroy
I
the
didn't-
runes.
I didn't see it.
Look, I talked about the runes out loud, and none of you wizards even commented on it. So
As I
know what?
specifically said, Sera was looking at the books. Hey,
Yep.
maybe we should go tap her on the shoulder. Maybe we should wait. Yeah.
And
Nah.
Immediately
because
start
I'll
removing
come
the
in a
roof.
minute once we're done with the books.
All right, so let's start doing this. Seino.
Do the tiles look like runes? Quick question.
No, they look
What?
like clay tiles. It's a.
great.
Then I'm good. I
you're
stabbed
not.
the tiles.
You're gonna drop in from the ceiling? Why would the runes be on the shingles of the roof?
So
I don't know.
make me an attack roll,
Sure.
and then make me a damage roll, and I gotta see how much damage you actually do.
Pathetic.
Do you reckless this?
Your max damage is...
Reckless is the ceiling.
I mean, I guess I'm
It's like when we get
but
defeated by doors, we're getting defeated by ceiling.
I don't think the problem is for me to hit.
No, it's you got to get through hardness. Clay has tempered clay has a hardness of, so that means you would need to roll. Okay. 14, so that means you need to roll 14. So you want to make a hole you can see through?
Yes.
All right. For the next minute, bonk 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 bonk.
Maris is looking up nervously.
It sounds like they're hard at work, it looks like.
I almost got it!
And bonk 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 bonk.
Oh my god, he is bonking. Get under the table.
Alright, and you can see through a hole. You see this.
Hey, guess what? Secret lore! Secret lore!
So there's a hole, like, systemically above you. There's a hole, like, right in here, and you can see, like, basically just this area here.
Okay, that's all I see.
Oh.
Or is the whole room is what I see?
There's a staircase that leads to a door.
That goes
Okay,
upward?
but
Yes.
what
The
is
door-
here?
What's up?
What is this at the bottom? Is there actually a way to get in here?
Yes. So, you see through the hole that there is a door here with magical runes on a panel on each side.
You know, I heard some real quick judgment there, Storm. let me return some. Oh, look! A way to get into this room through the teleportation door.
Yeah, but why would you need to teleport when you can make your own door?
Why would you waste time building, like, staircases and hallways and junk when you can just teleport into as many rooms as you want your complex to have?
Exactly. I just chose a quicker route.
Yep.
Well,
Oh, you did it. You chose a much longer and
We're saying you took the longer route.
Can the sounds of construction be heard in the main library area?
Okay, so meanwhile, back in this room over here, sweet
It's
Jesus.
not that loud.
I guess make me perception checks. There's a lot of layer of stone and wood, so.
I'm getting there. My hands are covered in sandwich.
Sandwich.
Perception. 1.
Yeah, see, there's nothing.
Embroiled in her book.
Okay, none of you guys hear that.
Good.
Okay, so what were the things you were looking for?
Sera was looking for books on ice spells at this point.
Anything astral related and or power source related.
So nothing for specific ice spells. I mean, there's ice spell references and stuff, but it's all stuff that you already know. I'm
looking for free spells.
Yeah,
that
there's
you
not
can
any.
cast.
There's not any.
As
to Maelie, power sources, there are 3 books that reference them, and you recognize the Taladonic word for Voidka.
Oh.
And it seems that some of these tones have references to the Astral Rail system.
Okay.
The project, specifically.
Yeah, I'd also skim through those real quick.
Mulu's just walking, pacing around up here, just kind of holding a hand up to the books to see if any of them trigger like that did.
Okay. As you skim through the tomes, you can see that these are general books referencing the safe transportation of Voidka, or its safe use. The references, however, that you do find towards the astral rail are pieces of parchments that are placed inside of the books as like bookmarks and easier to find reference points. The drawings on them and the measurements that you find, it seems to be that whomever was doing this research was trying to find the precise dosage and mixture of astral energy and the presence of Voidka. A dangerous and volatile combination. Or if the measurements are wrong, it would cause an explosion that would destroy this entire building.
Nice.
Pretty important to get it right.
Would Sera have a fairly high confidence that she now has a catalog of the sections, the content that's in this room?
In this room, yeah.
Okay. She'd come on over here. Slither on up these stairs. Find Maelie.
You see
Okay,
the arcane
fairly good.
runes on the panels on that door.
I have a fairly good reference of all of the content that's in this room. She'll hold up where she's taking robust notes, full detail. She's cataloged every title of which section. Would you like to take a look at this with me?
Sure. You know, I was just coming to find you. I finished looking at 2 sections of bookshelves myself, and I was wondering if you wanted to go look at that last section, or maybe meet up with the rest of the team, or go through this door. I think I heard Effie mention runes, but
Claw, climb.
He watches him climb up the side. That's efficient.
there were stairs.
Yes, there were, but if you're going to this door, don't
The
leave
runes
me
are
behind.
here and here.
Does she recognize the Taladoni sigils?
Recognize the Taladonic parts, yep, but it's still in the same language from before. However, with the primer's aid, you can roll an
Yes!
Arcana check with advantage.
Yes!
Don't forget
She'll
about
use
me!
Her massive brain.
Alright, you've seen something like this before on the different parts of the machinery of Conflux, as well as referenced within the tomes that you studied. These sigils operate this magical network of doors, allowing you to enter any room that you wish, saving on the space for hallways and connecting stairwells and things of that nature. So, all you must do is input the appropriate set of runes.
Okay. And all of her wandering around this room, did she find like a map of this actual building? Like
No.
a reference?
Not a blueprint of this building.
Okay. The combination of runes, do they give any indication themselves of like laboratory?
There are
Library.
approximately 26 options that one can pick. You do recognize the word for laboratory. You recognize the word for librarium. You recognize the word for...
Is there a scriptorium?
that would be in the librarium. You recognize... There is another word, disposal.
She'll mark that one down. She's not going to disposal. She'll hold a steady gaze to these two. We have 26 different options. The one that comes to mind to me that is probably the same as this room, in that it is safe, would be the library. Let's say you two.
I am following for protection.
I think you're probably going to find what you're looking for in that librarian, but I think you mentioned a laboratory. That might be more along the lines of what I'm looking for. But I don't mind checking out both if we've got time. Does anyone know how time is moving in this place? Is it the same as like
I don't
Sera
Sera will
think it
lift.
is.
She'll lift one shoulder. Yes, Moto.
Oh, I was just saying, I don't know.
She'll lift one shoulder. I have not yet tackled where we actually are. I figured that will come with, well, the study of the inside. I was suggesting the library because it is probably safe as we are down in numbers currently.
right?
Before we go through, I might make a suggestion. If we leave a note on the door with the symbols you're using to go through so that the others will know where we went when they come back.
Well, Or
Are they, is not Luka within sending range of Moto?
Good question. Is he?
y'all think we'd mess up the magics if we just like prop the door open?
Oh yes, we should not do that. It might turn into a door to the void.
Ah, well, you know this sort of magic better than I do, so I'll take your advice on that.
Caught me right as I went to go pee. I tried to sneak a pee. Yes, you can send him. He's in range.
Okay, she'll use Moto to imprint the specific runes to Not Luka and to notify Not Luka that the three of them will be going on to that.
Oh, I have colored runes in my head.
And then she'll put an imprint of lips at the end. Big kissy face.
Oh.
Is that the response?
Luka, you receive a hot, steamy text message from someone.
It is Braid. He's just like, I've never gotten this before.
Sera sends a dirty text about going to the library. Very on brand for her.
It seems that they are going to another location. I know the combination of runes, just so you know, Harvaris, as he's looking at more sets of books.
What?
He's looking
You'll hear from
nervously out the
outside.
window.
Meanwhile,
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
all right.
The Boulder! Effie! You hear me, yes? Yes,
Like Rapunzel.
We found something.
what
It's
did
a
you
whole
find?
It's a hidden secret room.
Hidden secret room, it's just like this whole place, yes?
Yes, there's no way to get in here but through this hole we're creating.
Okay, this is we will catalog this. Yes, it sounds like the party they're moving past. Yes, they're going through the door. You see?
Yes,
But
but we
wasn't
have
there,
this
like,
door over
nothing?
here.
Oh boy. Okay.
I believe they're going somewhere else.
How?
Through the door, the runes.
Wait, do they teleport?
I believe so.
We could go. How about we could go see and we tell them of your hole. Yes.
Seino like leads in for whisper. Storm, I think this hole was not needed.
I don't know. I mean, we're here now and they're not. So I think we go through the hole.
Yeah, but look at the tiny peek hole that I created to look through, and look how much time that cost me.
How
This
big
is
is
not
the
time
hole?
efficient.
How big is the hole, Arcadum, that Seino
Would
has?
Seino fit in?
It's the size of an apple.
Yeah, that's what I imagined.
Yeah, but you only spent like 6 seconds on that. Imagine if you spent more seconds.
Bro, I spent like a minute on it.
Instead of trying to shatter the scale mail that is a clay tile roof, just start removing tiles.
Where are you going?
I moved!
He
Okay.
falls off the building.
Oh,
Into the void.
Shall we go back down?
I think so. Let's just say we figured this out by research with papers.
We found the hidden room.
Exactly, with paper.
Yes. Okay, let's go.
Okay, we go back.
Okay. Meanwhile, in the Ashen office,
I'm looking through this shelf.
There was indeed a special room.
Yes, we found a hidden place.
But if this place is navigated via teleportation, I don't think it was that unaccessible
Hidden lore?
that I thought before.
investigation
It's
check
okay.
there, Luka.
Yeah, 4.
Discoveries were made. We can share
There are
with the
definitely
party.
books over there.
Just starts looking for books with pictures.
Funnily enough, you actually
Yeah,
do
look.
find a book with pictures.
Please make it a Kama Sutra.
It is not. It is a book that has different blueprints and what you presume to be class schedules, but it also contains a map of this building.
Ooh. Look, guys. And he just floats over. Oh, wait. Did you have a good exploration?
Yes, we found a whole hidden room.
Oh, wonderful. I found a map. And he shows him the map.
I look intently at the map.
Oh. Yeah, I try to figure the map out.
And blueprints. And he kind of looks through. Looks like there's a class schedule.
This is very good. Yes, you said not Luka that the party what they're going to move upon. Yes.
Yes, I believe through the door that you first left through, Effie.
Effie shrugs.
Should we gather all the information that we have made many discovery? Yes, I nod to Effie and Seino and Luka, not Luka. We made much information. We should congregate. Yes.
Yes. Is there anything else any of you guys want to research while we're here?
I would look on the map. Are there rune indicators for the
every
different
room?
rooms?
Yep.
Huh. Okay, so we found the actual navigational map for this. That is quite helpful.
Oh, wait, hold on. And he floats over, scribbles on the ledger.
Should
Okay,
we
now
take
we can
that?
go.
Should we take that ledger with us, Luka, so we don't have to keep coming back and forth?
Oh, yes, we should. Goes out and grabs it. It's a little piece of paper.
Effie winks at Seino and Harvaris while Luka has their back turned.
All right, insight, both of you. Seino has advantage.
I don't think it will help. Wait.
Seino, you know what she's about. Harvaris, you also know what she's about. Never mind. Good job, guys.
You know what? But Rainzz in real life doesn't know what she's about.
In answer to your question, yeah, there is one thing I wanted to look upon, perhaps in the other room. I wanted to learn a little bit more the relationship between, if I can find any information on Band and the Angels. And he'll lean in like he's like a guy at a video store asking for like a dirty video, like the true nature of the angels. Yes.
Effie gasps and like holds a hand to
I
her
know.
heart.
I know. It is unbecoming, but this Sera made me ask questions of things. As a seeker of knowledge, I need to know. It is. Please do not judge me for such things.
There's
Harvaris.
nothing wrong with wanting to know the truth of what you're associated with.
All right, let's go rummage.
Okay, let us collect and.
Then Luka just said, "Oh, you're a growing paladin boy. It's normal to be curious."
Yes.
Just have questions.
Also, gods aren't real.
What?
Sorry.
Okay.
We're heading back to the library.
We're gathering.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gathering the party to venture forth.
Man, I love venturing forth.
But we're venturing back. Haha. Not gonna lie, I have actually no idea what that inside skill told me.
It's fine. It's fine.
I have zero clue, and I will take it.
I really feel for Arcadum sometimes. It's like, guys, I gave you a room with a door. We literally check everything else.
Alright, you guys are back.
Hey, Sera's methodical. I can't speak for the rest.
Time to start digging through the ceiling.
Effie is going to help Harvaris look for his book or knowledge.
I see that Sera stacked a bunch of books on a floating disc.
Oh, no, it would have followed her. It has to follow her.
Yeah, has to follow you. Okay.
Yeah,
and I don't
it would have gone with her to the library. Her 500 pounds of books.
I'll research with Effie to try and find out if there's any information on Band and the true nature of the angels.
I look if my
Investigate.
my carvement is still there.
Your carving is not there anymore, Seino.
It's not?
It is not.
Guys.
Peers down from the top of the stairs.
Yes, the boulder.
I have left a carving on this pillar, and he mentioned, like, he shows it. I carved it specifically just so we kinda can, like, gather if we're, like, walking in circles or something, because we don't know anything about this place. It is gone.
How long have you been traveling with a wizard?
I don't know.
The boulder.
Who can cast bending?
The boulder. Actually, what you say, it strikes sparks in me. It is Effie, when you spoke to your angel or whatever, I thought it was weird. The exception of the paradox, it appears within the holes that you appear. What if things only manifest when you are in them, and things are not as such when you leave? Yes, it is reoccurring. You see?
Yes, when I talk to Wandox. Well, he is a tricky one to try and figure out what he's actually saying. I'm wondering if we're manifesting things as we're going.
Very mysterious. Good noting. The boulder. Very good job. And, thank you, Effie, for communing upon your angel. Yes, Wandox. I have not heard of this one, but we will discuss such.
You do not find any tomes referencing the angels of Band in this place.
What about
Very
angels in general?
A negatory.
Okay.
Very well. Not Luka, you said, what is it they passed along to you?
Oh, the rune combination, I believe, for wherever they went to next. And he starts looking at the door.
Where did they go
look
to?
At the map? Can you look on the map where it is? Oh, what it is?
Oh, Lord. Oh, give me 1 second.
Yeah, I mean, you can
There you go.
play memory on the map.
Oh, he would have pointed. Well, not pointed. He doesn't know exactly, actually.
You told
I mean,
him
it's
you went to
like-
the library.
Library. I was thinking library, but I thought for a second it was somewhere else. Library.
Okay, so
that makes sense.
when you say library, the whole place is a librarian. Which specific place are you going to?
Wouldn't he know,
I'm talking to the others that left. Where did you guys actually go?
The one when I asked you, is there a scriptorium? You said that would be the library, and I said that's where I want to go.
The scriptorium. Got it.
Yep.
We just come back here. This is the scriptorium.
Not gonna lie, that's what I imagine. I mean, look at this place. Hey, if the place just keeps mending itself, nobody will see the hole in the ceiling.
She elbows the boulder in the ribs. Yeah, see, if we would have destroyed that floor, like nobody would have ever known.
You see, as much as I would like to believe that, I feel like there's damages that go beyond mending.
Yeah, like somehow that window that got blown up.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is true.
Wait.
Why would
Yes.
that not be fixed? But
You got a good point.
Maybe not.
Huh. Seino actually just like is lost in thought for a second. He's like, how did I not realize that? I was the one carving.
it is strange. Yeah, the window did not repair, but the thing that caused it was nowhere to be seen. So that did not make it.
Also, how clean was this place the one with all the books in it?
Pretty clean.
It was spotless under the rug.
Here we go. Welcome to the Scriptorium.
Oh!
And it's more curious that place. Oh.
Oh! Sera decides that she needs to move in. Oh, Maelie, this is... We've been traveling in the slums.
I suppose so, yeah. I mean,
She'll direct her... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
well, that library on Erst was pretty nice, right?
Oh, that's true. I did really like that one, too. She'll direct her disc to go float silently here. Well, shall we repeat?
Does this
You want to
place
take the left?
seem as empty as the last room? Like, as far as people and creatures?
You detect no creatures.
Yeah, okay. I'll take left, you take right.
You two do your thing. I'll keep an eye from high.
She'll head over here, and she's just going to repeat what she did last time. She'll take an index of everything that's on the right side here. Oh, let's see. So, can you tell me, in your world specifically, what a scriptorium is for? I'm picturing it spells.
So, a scriptorium is made of many different things. There is both a magical workshop here. It acts as an oratory, which means you can make spells. It acts as a place in order to explore magical theory, philosophy. It's also a place where those that practice magic can give each other peer reviews. It is an arena of thoughts, might, through the arcane. It is all those things at once. What you can do here is you can research, you can make magical items, you can create spells, and you can also... you haven't discovered that yet. So those three things.
So what would we be perusing on the bookshelves? Like, do we need to tell you what our intention is, or should we just generally explore and you tell us what's here?
Intention's better.
Okay. I think there's two angles Sera would go after. The first is, since there was the reference to the Council of Maltos, and she knows from her revelation there was the... what do I want to call it? The attempted meshing of Taladonic and Fiend when it came to law, Axia magic. So I think she'd look for Axia magic. And the second one would just be general Taladani spells. Although I suppose it'd be flavored to the native here.
And Maelie?
I'd be looking for just any astral spells that I could use, and probably still some of that infinite power source that they were trying to research.
Okay. As you begin to get started looking around, analyzing the books, indexing the references, exploring different philosophies, using the broken primer, or not broken, but using the broken parts of the language that you're able to understand, is at this point that these four rejoin you.
Alert. Oh, they were with us.
Is there like a chime when people come through the door?
No.
So they just...
Well, they open the door.
Show it?
They open the door.
Chime.
Oh,
the door
okay.
Opens. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it's audible. Oh, hello, I'm so glad you showed up. Look at all these. Oh, it's so exciting in here. She'll bounce on her tentacle toes.
Yes, there is much to observe. I believe a discourse between information between both parties, yes? What have you discovered upon your time?
Oh, she'll clap. I found much of ours, but let me finish with this room, and then I think we should talk as a group.
Okay, yes. Let us continue to compile, and then we will discuss as one. You mean, yes?
Yes.
Very good, very good. We have much to discuss as well.
Where's Mulu?
She just points up.
Yeah, look up.
Waves.
Looks up.
I see.
West
More
Philadelphia,
like a
born
bird
and
on his
raised.
perch. We look at
He'll go
his
back to-
clothes.
Looking.
Are we also, I guess we're all looking at stuff here, or should, like, are the people that want to look at stuff here should tell you what they're looking for? Is that what the plan is?
Sure, if you want. If you want to use it. It's up to you.
I would look for some information, I guess, about, like, I don't know if the right word is facsimiles, but ways to empower the connection to the gods.
Okay. Alright, anybody else want to research something before I start generating stuff?
I want to try and find any information on the true nature of the angels, if you can, or band, or...
Okay.
Seino would carve at the table.
And he's just destroying stuff.
That's audible, right? Sera can hear that.
He would, yeah.
Instead of generally ignoring people talking, but her gaze will snap right over to, and she will say out loud and clear, "Seino, what are you doing?" She's clearly not happy.
Marking the area that we've been to.
Why?
Because it seems like this place is clearly of magical nature.
So you're what? Marring it?
Making sure that we know when we re-enter rooms that we've already been to.
She'll look at him, puzzled.
You think it is a funhouse, like we
Do you
may
think-
not be going to the same room, even if it looks the same.
The last time I did this, and we re-entered the room, the covering was gone. So I'm quite curious.
It would have fixed itself, Seino.
Well, we found broken areas too, so why wouldn't it fix those?
She'll raise her eyebrows. Broken but not fixed. Perhaps we should look after this, but please do not destroy the property.
He's not destroying it, Sera. He's just merely marking it.
She'll snap her gaze then to Effie. Marking is disturbing the way that it is. It is destruction.
Just for our own safety.
We are safe here. If you do not feel safe, then perhaps we should stay together.
We are. But I still make sure.
As I said, please do not leave markings on the furniture.
Seino will, as he hears that, I assume there's parchment like on here.
Oh yeah, there's parchment everywhere.
Yeah,
She'll see his intent. If
he
you'd
would
like
take
to leave a
parchment.
mark, simply leave something here.
Yeah, I got that. And he will.
Thank you.
He will take out. He will take out the parchment. He would just probably just randomly scribble something. Like he would just like scribble like right across, basically, like at the corner.
Seino was here.
No. He wouldn't write anything. He would just like left, right, just like scribble like at the bottom or something. And then just lay it on the corner of the table so it's always visible and puts it on there. Is that alright?
I appreciate it, Seino. Thank you. To go back to what she was doing.
Okay, time to do some research stuff. Alrighty then.
Seino would look for maps. Sorry.
Hey.
Because he clearly can't read.
Alright, Sera, after a preliminary perusal of the tomes with a distinct objective in mind, searching for spells, it is here that you are able to undercover a very particular tome one that seems to, or not one tome, but a series of tomes, which seem to indicate a reference point to the Council of Maltos, and a specific series of spells that they use to form their command spells. So,
ooh la la!
If you wish to research this, there are Taladonic spells, which were made by the various members of the Council of Maltos, which are known as their commands. Each one is a unique spell that does a different thing. Zarkel, Tyr, Malantharius, Dezaki, Chorus, and Asmodin, their command spells are 5th level. Taladon's command spell is 6th level.
How long does it take to learn one?
To learn those spells, it will take you, with the broken language, it will take you 3 days per spell.
Okay.
And for
She'll
Taladon, it'll take you 5 days.
Okay. She'd take all, I think it was 6 total. She'd take 6 or 7. All 7 total. Sorry, what'd you say?
There are 7 spells total.
Okay.
6 of them are 5th level, 1 of them is 6th level.
Okay. She'll take the, I'm sure, very unintentional number 7 of books and have her servant ferry them all down, except for the one for... I'm kind of torn between...
I'll start moving them.
She'll take the one for Chorus, since he's the patron of where they are. And she'll keep that on her person.
Alright. Next we have Maelie. You continue your research for astral spells and power sources. What you find here is a heavily redacted primer, one filled with a blueprint that, even though it is also heavily redacted, you're able to understand at least what it's referencing towards. And that is a void item. Or rather, the capacity to make void items. What are void items? What a great question, Maelie, that you asked me with your accent. Void items are magical items that use Voidka.
Uh-huh.
They are amongst some of the most powerful gear that can be made. They are also, by their very nature, unstable and dangerous to employ. But, if tempered properly and mastered, they can become quite potent.
Okay.
Next up, whilst researching, Effie, you were able to uncover that there are several references towards the Kalkateshian deities, and also those of the Red Pantheon as well. It would seem that the Red Pantheon is worshipped above the other pantheons through the perspective of the Taladoni and others that sail the Astral Sea, which makes sense, as it is their domain. But you can see that there are references towards places and planets that have a weak deity factor, meaning that different deities cannot manifest there very easily, if at all.
Mm-hmm.
And, more specifically, a way to boost the connection between a follower and their deity through the use of a deitic conduit. A difficult-to-create item, but once it is created and attuned to, can increase the faith potency of that particular individual.
Does it tell me how to create it?
It tells you how. It tells you that it exists, and it shows you how to begin the steps to make it. Yes.
What are the beginning of the steps?
The first thing that you need to do is you need an object that is blessed by that deity, such as a holy symbol.
Okay. Would the necklace that Sekel'Q's gave to Effie count?
You would need a symbol of if you the holy symbol of the deity is what's needed. So, for Sekelcuse's case, the Beggar's Cup.
Yeah.
You would need a Beggar's Cup.
Okay.
And then you'll need to have that blessed properly by the deity, which can be done through a faith-based caster. I believe you'll even have access to it as a Gregorian rogue. And then the next step after that is you have to perform a series of intense prayers in order to enact your faith and supplant it onto the deity conduit. And then it needs to be magically created through the traditional means that magical items are made, which your party is experienced as the use of essences, although that's not the only way. That's the one that you would most commonly be familiar with. Let's see. Next up is... making notes here. Next up is those that are exploring the essence of angels. The only reference that you're able to find in the scriptorium towards the angels that you know of, Harvaris, are references to them as if they are servants or tools. No specific angel is mentioned or named, but their presence is simply explained as to be tools and servants. Also, everyone except Maelie and Sera are reading this with the assistance of Moto using telepathy.
Okay.
This is devastating. As I'm reading, I kind of look over to Sera, just in the distance of, especially being used the words tools and servants. I dropped the book in shock. Harvaris needs to think.
That is what you're able to discover in the preliminary, 30 minutes that you're spending in here. Any of those research points, you'll have to commit more time to.
You'd come look at excuse me. Is this what's this? A crate?
Those are just desks.
She'd look to see if there's anything left out. Like, what was the last person in here looking at?
The last research that was being done in this place specifically seems to reference a laboratory. It seems to reference the astral rail, and it also seems to reference the visitation of a VIP.
Any indication of this VIP?
Negative. Only the reference that they were there, that they were coming, and that upon their arrival, the tense feeling in the academy.
Were there pronouns used?
No.
Okay.
Although the Taladonic word for patron was used.
She'll come stand in the center next to her floating disc, and she'll just send a gentle whisper through Moto to everyone. I'm ready when you are.
Seino would look in the 30 minutes that they're perusing through, would look for one thing and look out for a second thing in total. He would look for maps or any kind of geographic location to figure out where they are. Like any maps that are bigger than just the estate itself or like a city. And he would look if any of those maps are dated. At any, if they're in the same time, basically, or what kind of time we're talking about.
There doesn't seem to be any dates listed on the maps, or at least any that you can really recognize.
Yeah.
And your other question was, sorry?
Just looking out for maps with bigger scales, so to figure out where this could be, where they are.
All right, you find one. You find a star map.
Oh, okay.
This is a very important find, as it does not represent the coordinates of the different planets, but rather the different coordinates of the
Is it the ley lines? Is it the ley lines? Ooh.
No. It is a map indicating a path through the astral sea, denoted with things known as arcane anchors. It is also referencing the project Astral Rail.
Ooh, okay. Where does it mention like a starting and end point?
You are unable to read that. The level of
Okay.
information in order to read this map properly, it requires either a convalescence kit or angelic intelligence.
Okay.
You're basically looking at code, just on paper.
Yeah, okay, that's what I figured.
Like a QR code. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like a whole bunch of like dots and stuff that he cannot connect himself.
Yeah.
So
you'll need somebody
Seino,
who has the ability to see as an angel would, angelic intelligence, or a convalescence kit.
Seino would look at Harvaris and Effie. Harvaris, Effie, I think I found something that you guys might make more information out of that I can do.
Okay, let me come take a look.
This might give us an idea where we are. I have
flippy-doos.
I have no total idea what this kind is. It just looks like a star map. Maybe, yeah.
Effie flippy-doos down the staircase and kind of looks over the boulder's shoulder.
Is Books here?
Yeah, Harvaris is still a little stunned from what he hasn't heard yet. He's still a little shook.
All right. Effie, as you approach the map, you recognize some of the code on it. You've seen it several times flashing across the screens. These are not codes for inputting things, but rather for the receiving of information, which is odd because it's a map. It's a piece of paper, or at least it seems to be. And then you see something that you did not expect. On the side of this sheet of paper, there appears to be a small indentation where you would put the jack of a convalescence kit.
Can I jack in?
Well, there's nothing really to jack into. But as you take your cord and try to do so, you will see that for a moment, when it touches the paper, you see digital energy spread across the map quickly. But it seems that your convalescence kit does not have sufficient power in order to activate it. You would need a digital power source.
Harvaris, you need to look at this.
You see, he's kind of staring off to the distance and kind of hears you and, sorry, the boulder. What is it?
I feel like you might find this interesting.
Sure. They'll walk over. And, what is it, the boulder? What have you found?
Effie holds up the map and kind of shows how it's reacting to her convalescence kit and the area on the side of the paper that looks questionable. This definitely has some digital presence on it, but my convalescence kit needs a digital power source in order to make sense of this.
Do I think that my masterwork convalescence kit could get the job done?
Tell me exactly what you're doing. Describe actions.
Okay.
Effie's holding it up. Effie also has a masterwork convalescence kit. Not that it matters.
Okay.
But Effie's kind of like holding up the slot area towards Harvaris and also showing on the paper how the convalescence kit is reacting to the paper itself. So you can see the digital power going across the sheet.
You see that when she does this, it appears for just a second, then almost turns off as if there is insufficient power. But it's just a piece of paper. Or parchment, rather. What do you do, Harvaris?
Strange, the divine markings, seen for a flash of a moment, it appears, We need sufficient power, yes.
Hold on. 1 second. And Effie starts digging in her purse, which is just kind of her crotch area. And she pulls out this charger that has been in her inventory since Chorus. And she plops it down on the table.
How long have you had that there?
Quite a long time.
Oof. What is it?
From when I got it and did some research on it, it's some sort of charger, some sort of way to power certain things. I've never really found a use for it besides some weird gloves that let you carry heavier stuff than what you're supposed to be able to carry. But I wonder if we can plug this into this paper instead of the gloves.
It can certainly work. I do have a source of plasmas that could maybe assist, but let us try this strange contraption of yours.
Would you like to tinker, Harvaris?
I would like to not only tinker, but advanced tinker.
Okay. Make me a character level check. With proficiency.
Yeah. Oh, I got you. I got that shit. Hold up. There. Hold up. I'm doing the thing.
Alright, Harvaris, as you start to look at the charger and you place the plasmas within it, you then start to push it over the map, and it doesn't seem to be taking it. You take the parchment so that you can get a closer look at it, maybe find a different port that the charger would fit in. However, as you take the map and begin to read or scan the area, the light in your gem on your forehead will begin to light up. The energy starts to flow from your gem into the map. You can feel your own faith, your magical power translated into digital energy, winky face, and start to power the parchment yourself. As you do so, the parchment hardens into one of the sacred windows of your people. Monitor! Information begins to flow off of it, and you see the map take on a 3-dimensional shape. You see the astral rail, its plans of its construction. In the current phase, arcane anchors to act as satellites with a guiding hand. A rail made of ethereal force that can exist within the dream. And then finally, the construction of a vehicle to allow one's transportation from one end to the other. The map then begins to zoom out, Harvaris, as at this point instinct is taking over. You follow the astral rail's path. It goes not towards any planet, but towards the edge of the sector, until finally, the edge of known space, you see a hole that has been gripped open by these arcane anchors, and the astral rail goes through to the other side. You have uncovered the plans of the astral rail and its true intention. For the astral rail is being constructed, or at least was being attempted to be constructed, not to go to one of the various planets within Taladonic space, but as their first steps to cross into the territory of another astral lord. Eyebrow wriggle.
Neat.
Typing furiously.
Man!
Now we can actually go lolly.
I know! I'm like, that's what I wanted to do! And Arcadum's like, no.
Nah. Nah.
What do you mean no? What?
That's what you said! You said we couldn't go to the other sectors.
Because
Yeah.
it was wildly unprepared.
It's not built yet. Like, what?
Yeah, these guys are working on it.
Yeah, they were working
I believe
on it.
when you asked me, what do I mean, no? That's what I meant.
Oh.
No.
You're right. No, you specifically don't get to do it because you wanted
to.
Hey, you like to turn that paper into a monitor?
Seino points and laugh.
Alrighty.
Holy window.
And that is the big discovery that you get to make here, which is great. Alrighty. We got a little bit of time left in the session. What would you guys like to do?
Group
chat.
Questions. I had questions.
Go ahead.
So I give one of the books to Zeb so he can hold it open, and I pull out the little astral tome that I was given back on Arist.
Yes.
And I try to compare with the redacted primer to see if there's anything else that I can decipher. If any of the spells seem to be reminiscent of each other, or if these void items, even perhaps if there are like schematics for like what items can be made. Is my brooch one of them?
So, by comparing the primer, or excuse me, the tome that you have from Arist, you're able to uncover that astral spells are required for the creation of void items. Without them, the disabling effect, or excuse me, the what would you call it? The polarizing effect, there we go, of the astral energy, of the energy of the astral sea, and that the Voidka creates are opposites of one another. And one is required to keep balance with the other. And through a very precise, very difficult arcane manipulation, allow them to swirl into each other, creating a near infinite source of energy. So, a quick explanation out of game of what void items actually, what it means to wield a void item.
Mm-hmm.
The reason that they're so powerful, and the thing that represents their infinite self-replicating energy, is that they are a magic item that is of sufficient power to an artifact that does not require an attunement slot. That's why void items are so strong. Because other magic items feed off your natural magical energy that everyone has. Hence why you have a limited number of attuned slots. And hence why more powerful items can take more than one slot. For example, Ica. But void items do not take an attunement slot, but they have the same strength and power of items that normally do.
Interesting. Okay. So she'll get pinged by Moto in the middle of this very interesting little find, and she'll put the books down, reshelve the one that she found, or perhaps carry it with her to add to the floating disc.
The pile!
Uh-huh. I did find some really cool stuff, Sera.
Me too. She'll see if anyone else is coming to discuss, otherwise she'll just chat away with Maelie.
May I put books on your disc, Sera?
Of course. It is open to all. It just follows me.
He walks over, he looks almost like defeated, as he's gonna put some books.
Aww. Alright. Just like she did with Seino all those months ago, she'll go over here. What is wrong, Harvaris?
It is not a matter of what is wrong. You know as well, to seek knowledge could be dangerous in this aspect. I've read things that I need to look into deeper. The very things that I have been told to treat as far above ourselves have been called... I cannot even say tools, servants. I do not know what is right anymore, Sera. I do not know what to think. I don't know if it is right to just believe as I read. It makes you question. Yes, you see?
Well, from the little I've observed, your your very body, which she'll think about telling him as a vessel and choose not to do that. Your very body has been tuned to harmonize with angels. So your worship of them, it makes sense. They are beings of great power, and when there are no other divine there, as you've seen Effie refer to, it would make sense.
Yes, it appears there is more to this all than I expected. Even now, what Effie helped me and Seino discover here, it's some strange markings, a passage, if you will, to something that is far beyond my understanding.
Oh, a railway?
Yes, actually, it appears astral in sense. You see?
Yes, the Astral Railway. That was the latest project, I believe. This whole... What would she actually call this tower thing? A lab? A castle? A Taladani?
Academy.
Okay. As the last project this academy was working on. What did you see?
So much to... we will document as such. I've bit off more than I can chew, you see? I need time to process such things. I'll turn.
Well, is
right.
now a good time to process them with the rest of the group? Or do you mean like private time to process?
You see that he's getting to work to like document what he's seen, and like he's going to try and make it clear for you, so he doesn't have to describe through words, but you know what the monitor that he produced here, try and make it understandable to you, I guess.
Well, she'll try to pull not Luka down. Not Luka. I have some things that I have found.
Oh, yes. Sorry, I was looking through Leylandic magic. I was about to ask if I could do that while you were waiting for that. I was trying to think of what not Luka would want to look into for research. It would most likely be the interaction or manipulation of Leylandic magics. Or the ley lines in general.
For you specifically, not Luka, there is a missive on the desk in the room we first entered in. That was showing ley line projections. I was not able to tell if that was here, where this academy is, or if that was elsewhere. But I knew you would find it of interest. It's on the desk in the other room.
Oh, good to know. Would there be anything more in this room, though?
Nothing that we can get through to this session. There's still a lot to go over, but we kind of ran out of time, so.
That's fine.
I just have
She'll say loudly.
Oh,
go ahead.
Seino would ask Harvaris. Harvaris, did you, when you looked at the map, did you see an origin point where the astral railroad started? Maybe that's a clue on the area that we found ourselves in.
Oh, an excellent segue, Seino. I believe we're on Valkas. She'll say it loudly too, to where Mulu could hear it. She'll actually go over here so she doesn't have to crane up to see Mulu.
Yes, I don't know where that is.
My theory is based off of it is one of the planets that the Taladani attempted to colonize and were successful. And it is two of the most power-generating planets that was colonized. Something about a mixture of the divine with fire. And all this references to a holy flame and a holy mission. This is my best guess.
You think we went to a whole nother planet and not just like a little kind of separate dimension area?
Oh, there is no way we are unbanned. This is a full Taladani Academy. It's rather grand. I've never been in one this grand.
Effie nods towards Sera and says, that makes sense with what Wandox has told me about this planet and them being holy, and the one exception to that presence is within this academy. Volcast makes sense.
She'll put her her fingers underneath her lip and tap her chin. I think I need a refresher. I was so focused on the delight of finding, well, knowledge of my people here. What all did Telta Sector say to look for here?
This one in particular was investigating the lost teledonic lab.
Ah, right. So there is a laboratory in one of these rooms. I specifically chose not to go there as I suspected it would hold something we should all be there for. There are 26 different rooms to this academy. We've only been to
we found a map for it.
Yes, and
delightful.
He looks at Luka.
Shows it
Not
to
Luka.
Sera.
She immediately consumes it.
Oh, and here's like a log of class schedules if you care
He's
about
like
that.
Elvis, yes.
And blueprints.
I also should mention the patron for this academy is Chorus. That is one who sits on the Council of Maltos. And she'll mostly say that to Effie. I do not know much about Chorus, but he, well, he seems to have made quite the impression here.
Well, the Council of Maltos we've investigated when we were on Conflux. We learned much about many of the members, specifically Dezaki, but we did learn about the other members as well.
I found these 7, she'll point towards her giant pile of books. There are 7 tomes in there that all contain a command spell, 1 per council member. Would you have insight into what those council members, well, their specialty? Which one should I learn first?
Effie looks at them. Why wouldn't you start with the hardest one? Why wouldn't you go straight for Taladon?
Oh, because I can't cast that yet. The risk of it would be, well, burning myself out.
I don't think we ever got information on the martial prowess of the council.
I know that Asmoden is the most related to the sect that I am from. I thought I might start with Chorus, since that is where we are well, he's everywhere here.
Well, how long does it take you to learn one of these?
Well, I've been trying to pick up the language, and that will also take me some days, as you've heard through Moto, but once I better understand the language, it should go much faster. For now, it would take me at least a week to get through only 2 or 3 of these.
Well, I don't think that we're going to stay here that long, so I think you have time to decide once you start deciphering.
She'll look a little sneaky. I intend to bring them all with me.
Effie, no.
Then she'll clap her hands and she'll look at the ledger, notice Effie's handwriting, and hand it back to Luka.
I have a library card.
Effie would have specifically tried to mask her handwriting on that.
She'll look at the ledger and then also see that there is literally only not Luka's checking out of books and no one else's. And having been an archivist her adult life, this looks like a very poor system.
I
she
wonder
just
who
hands it
could
back
have
to
done
Luka. Very inefficient.
Well,
I do know that.
System.
Oh, it's not my system.
I don't make the rules.
All right.
Have we ever get the confirmation of what Harvaris actually saw? Which planet it originated from? The Astral Railroad?
No, he didn't see an origination point, just where it was going.
Just where it kind of ended, yeah.
All right.
So, shall we go to the lab next as a group?
I'd love that. I'm
very
kind of
much
excited.
She'll gesture towards Maelie. Maelie, would you like to share what you found? I think it is key for where we are going.
Sure. So, I've been researching stuff that means more to me, I guess, being a war mage, astral sort of spells and what they were trying to do with the railroad and what sort of power sources they're using. I found that Voidka was probably the most powerful source, which understandable, but that if you mix it with astral energy in the Ron measurements, it can destroy things kind of entirely, like this entire building. But if you mix them in the right kind of measurements and you get like just enough of the astral spell in there, it kind of polarizes and balances, and it makes something that kind of self-replicates the energy instead of drawing energy from yourself as a person. Very cool. And it could be something that wouldn't even require attunement. If we made one of those void items, I'm kind of excited about that. Or at the very least, recharging my brooch, if nothing else. But there was also that spell that kind of activated just a little when Mulu was around. We could find a whole bunch of stuff. I'd love to make something and take it from here. Kind of to remember this place by.
My proposal is thus. We continue exploring. We go to the laboratory, as Effie suggested. I think that's next. I think what we may find there is, well, since it's a lost laboratory, likely something went awry with that mixture that Maelie mentioned. I think it might be similar to those Vodka spills that we found, or perhaps energy just unbound. So I do think, I mean, Effie, you were spectacular with that angel with your dispel magics. I think if you could pull that off again, I think we need to have those ready.
Oh, did anyone go over what y'all found up in the other stairwell?
Not yet.
I found this very weird wand thing.
The wand thing?
You see, what had happened was,
So about that laboratory,
yeah, let's... Yeah.
Spirit
pulls at her collar
and looks at the wand thing.
Maelie will also look
I
at the
cannot
wand.
make sense of what this do, but if you press it here, and he just presses the tip of it, it gets really warm. And I think it does something else.
Alright. This wand is something that seems to be a lightning rod for mana.
Like it pulls it out of the air?
It pulls it out of the air.
Easy.
Alright,
So Sera hasn't used any spell slots.
When you are able to find more evidence as to how it works, you'll be able to understand it more functionally, but apparently this object is used to pull mana directly from the air itself.
Sera will just instantly cast something that's quite simple. She'll just put some mage armor on. Bloop! Use up a level 1 spell slot, and she'll start seeing if she can try to recharge herself while announcing, I believe it pulls mana from the air. Let's see if I can recharge.
He gingerly hands it to her.
Effie quick draws her own and see if she can snipe it from Sera into her own.
Why does my mage armor look so nefarious? Look at that!
I know! That's
You are a
so-
devil.
Like,
You
mage
are a
armor is
thief.
fabulous and sparkly, and then just
I think
like the
that adds
basic
up.
5e mage armor is like...
And now you're both trapped that way forever.
Right?
Good.
I never turned mine off.
Do I need to roll a check on this thing, Arcadum?
You will open it up, and you will feel mana pump through your arm and into your body. Your first
Oh,
level
shit.
spell slot is replaced and restored.
She'll get a shock, and she'll lock eyes with Effie like they're on a hot date. Oh, did you feel that?
Did Effie do anything?
Is it still
No.
warm?
Arcadum?
No.
No? So
Wow.
you can... Sera, I think you can only do it for yourself. You can't snipe it from somebody else.
Oh, right. Yes, she'll put it away.
Goodness, that was alarming.
She fell into her own tentacles there.
Oh, that's my weird pen.
Oh, can I have it, please? Please not like that.
That's my weird pen!
There are plenty in the other room.
Good, you can go get some more. Then she'll skip off so that she can't be asked
Effie has
again.
A couple.
And then she hides behind Maelie. Oh, look.
Effie, I have a debt.
What?
I require a pen.
Why me?
Because your friend took it.
Is
And
she
by
not your
association,
friend?
You owe me a pen.
Is Sera not your friend?
She is my friend. but
Okay,
you're
then your
closer.
friend took it.
And I would like another pen.
Sounds like you can go get one.
Why don't you give me one, please? You have two. That's a bit greedy.
No, I don't. She
I
hides
just
them
saw
behind
you
her
whip
back.
out two. They're right there.
All right, that's great. That's awesome. While you guys, they're arguing. I'm zooming out. Oh, everywhere you go. The credits start to roll. Looks like them Duke boys is up to some trouble again.
What will Seino vandalize next? We
Find
shall
out
see.
next time on Edge of Twilight. Oh,
Side
God.
quest, Apex of Mana.
Side quest, Apex Mana.
I love edge of property damage.
Edge of property damage.
Oh, God.
What do I call these
Friendly
things for
stuff.
my inventory?
They are called
Yeah,
fire starters.
Fire
starters.
Alright.
we shall never know if that hole ever gets fixed.
Seems to recharge spell slots. That's what I'll put.
All right, and now we've got some memes to look at. Okay.
Oh God.
Oh my god.
That was intense. And
Is that some throat singing?
Maelie and Sera all day long. Yes.
Yes.
Seino footage. Maelie in the library. Sera in the library.
Oh my gosh, she was so excited.
Seino in the library.
Just starts carving shit up right next to Sera.
He had
like that
some concerns that he had to address.
It was me.
So did she.
Yeah.
Defacing the property.
all
You
came
see,
full
now it
circle.
is carved and has a drawing on it. Double safe.
Double
Alright.
Seino was here.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for supporting the channel. I will see you guys in an hour and a half for the Dark Sermon.
Shit.
Oh my
Alright,
God.
see you later.
Bye, guys.